What's your name?
My name is Ian Bopane.
What have you been working on during week 2?
I have been working on the shooter for our robot, or one of the shooter designs.
And what was your original plan for this shooter mechanism?
We had a lot of original plans, but our first actual original plan was an idea that we had a ramp, right, a crescent moon kind of shape, and a motor in the middle of it, right? So it's a bit hard for me to shape out, but imagine this is a spinning motor, all right, and this is a crescent moon, okay, and you put the ball in it, and it shoots.
Okay. What changes have you made to that original plan during this week?
None. It's the exact same.
Hello, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Thomas Galloway.
What has your group been working on for week 2?
Well, we've been working on most of the shooter system, and we basically configured a flywheel design where we're using these large tires to propel the ball, hopefully, at a great arc.
Okay, what was your original plan for this shooter mechanism?
Well, originally we were testing out different wheels, but we finally chose the correct wheels we wanted to use. We were thinking about maybe using some smaller rubber wheels, but now we decided to go with larger or tire-like wheels.
Okay, later you'll show us the prototype and explain how it works, but for now, how do you plan to connect your idea and mechanism to the other group's prototypes?
Well, another group has been working on a belt-fed technology that'll basically funnel balls down a belt, and hopefully that shall lead into our intake system, and we'll have a few other wheels along the way pushing it into the actual intake system.
Okay, and any other comments for the video?
It's been a good week, and we got a lot done.
Okay, thank you.
So far, this is our shooter. Firstly, we have our sort of ramp here. Balls get taken to here, and they basically go up through here, and they get shot at an angle from here. You can demonstrate.
Yeah. Alright, spin that gear wheel. Yeah. Ball goes up here, right? And then it flies off.
Yeah,
Yay.
we don't have a motor right now, but once we get our motor back, then it will shoot very far.
Also, we can change the angle of the ramp by moving this bar forwards and backwards. Or there's actually one back here. Just come around. We can raise and lower this as well for more consistency.
Okay, hello there. What's your name?
Benjamin Bernstein.
What has your group been working on for week 2?
So we've been working on the majority of the intake. We just finished machining the brackets to mount the intake to the existing arm. We also have a mechanism to adjust the height of the arm on the actual robot. Yeah, that's what we've been working on.
What was your original plan as a group to create this intake system?
So the original plan for the intake system was to have one pair of wheels that spun really fast and sucked it in. But we realized that wouldn't work, so we added 2 sets of wheels to help the ball get in because it was a much larger ball.
Okay, later we'll go through and you'll show us your prototype. But for now, how do you plan to connect your group's mechanism to the other group's ideas or prototypes?
Yeah, so we built a bracket just for that. We're probably just gonna mount it onto the existing brackets that were built for the robot, because we made a connector that should work with the old connectors, and yeah, we'll just kind of slide it on, and the robot should feel just like the old one.
Okay, do you have any other ideas or comments for this video?
I don't think so. We're just gonna keep working and hopefully finish it by today and start testing it on the robot itself.
Okay, thank you. Hello, what is your name?
I'm Victoria Lamb.
What has your group been working on for week 2?
So this week we are continuing to work on the storage system / system that goes from the intake to the shooter.
What was your original plan for this mechanism?
So our original plan was going to be a vertical tower that would allow the intake to carry the ball into the storage system, which was a set of fans that would roll up to the shooter, which would allow the shooter that would be at the top to propel the ball out into the hub.
Cool, and has your group made any changes to this original plan since then?
Yes, so many. So the shooter now is going to be maybe at the base of the robot rather than at the top. And so instead of having a vertical tower system, we are going to change it so that the wheels on the axles are going to be horizontal, and they are going to allow the ball to kind of get pushed into the shooter rather than vertically go up.
Okay, thank you. Later we will look at your prototype or what you guys have been working on, but for now, how you have mentioned that it's connecting to the shooter and the intake. How do you plan on connecting your mechanism to the other prototypes?
So actually our mechanism is going to be attached directly to the frame of the shooter system. So the wheels and the axles are going to be attached to the sides, and that way the ball will easily and smoothly transfer from the intake into the shooter with horizontal rolling wheels.
Hello, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Nate Barrell.
What has your group been working on for week 2?
So my group's been working on the chassis. We've been hooking it up, just cutting pieces, connecting it all together. Now we're attaching some of the electronics to the back. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
What's your favorite part of the chassis so far?
Oh, so I really like the color coordination on the wires. I'm hearing that that's a new thing that we're doing this year. That hasn't really been done in the past. And this is good because we'll be able to figure out what connects back to where super quickly instead of being a huge jumbled mess. So that's anything that I'm excited for.
How do you plan to connect your chassis to the other group's mechanisms?
So a large part of the design process for us is mounting on the other pieces that the other groups are working on and trying to figure out the best placement for our parts so that we don't interfere with the functionality of the other things. So we've been rearranging some stuff to make way for the intake system and the shooter, and we've adjusted the locations of some parts that we later realized that they're going to be on the shooter tower. And so it's been a fun challenge to make sure that we're not interfering with any of the work other teams are doing. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the chassis. It kind of is like the foundation for the entire robot. The idea is to have all the electronics underneath it so that we don't actually have to like rifle through all the inner workings of it. We can just flip it on its side and then go through all this. So we want to make sure and take care whenever we're like assembling it. We want to color code it as best as we can so that whenever we do have to work on it, it is like really easy to understand and to know where everything is going. So right now we're kind of going through organizing all the drivetrain wires and all the motors. So these and the blue zip ties are our motor controllers. So as we're kind of wiring this, we want to make sure that all our runs are nice and perfect and nice and smooth. We're going to color code them with zip ties and with tape so that we know what goes to where. So for example, the drive system is in blue and all of the power is going to be in green. So we can always manage and know everything where it's going to. So yeah.